moon from the 47th is a card or a servant that's all about deception. It's kind of from the idea of that the moon doesn't have its own light, it doesn't cast its own light, although it's the brightest thing in the night sky, but it has in a sense stolen the light from the sun, and it's just a reflection of the light. It's not only deception, but it's also things aren't the way they appear to be. So it's not necessarily outright lies, it's just that things aren't exactly how they appear from, like as in the moon seems like it has its own luminosity, but it doesn't, it's just reflecting the sun. It also points to trying to have a look at the stuff that we've buried in the darkness of ourselves and at our shadow self, to cast the light or to shine the light into this darkness and have a look at the things that we've been avoiding, ignoring, or just pretending isn't there. All the shadow kind of aspects of ourselves and the things that we would pretend or would prefer to not acknowledge. So, to the book. The moon shows us that which is hidden in the darkness. It encourages us to acknowledge our self-deceptions while also being mindful of the lies told by others and the general illusions of life. The moon is about hope. In the darkness of the black night, the moon will shower us with her gentle illumination. The moon is the light at the end of the tunnel, but a word of caution. Hope can set you up for a big fall. Hope is a dangerous thing. After all, that said, hope is sometimes the only thing that can get you through the darker times of your life. And it has to be said that sometimes we get more than we hoped for. The moon often represents your shadow self, the bits of you that you don't want to acknowledge. You should aim to become aware of any tendencies you may have to project fear and anxiety onto the events or people that surround you. Then try to turn this negative energy into a positive and constructive energy. Life reflects back to you your thoughts and beliefs in the same way the moon reflects the sun's light. Remember, the moon has no light of its own, it's merely reflecting the sun's light. The moon is a mystery and can represent a number of things depending on the question asked or the problem at hand. As the moon has no light of its own, it can represent illusion or falseness in some aspect of your life. Is someone you know pretending to be something they are not, or are you pretending to be someone or something you aren't? This is made more likely if the media card also appears in the reading. While the media represents propaganda and half-truths, the moon mostly suggests outright lies and falsehoods. The moon is an extremely useful servant for seeing past the illusions of daily life, the lies people tell, and of course the lies we tell ourselves. The moon can shed light on our self-deceptions like a beam of light shining in a darkened room. The moon can be invoked to enable you to see what you are hiding from yourself, or what falsehood your shadow self is insisting is true. You'll be able to see the repressed and unknown sides of your personality that are holding you back. This can be extremely hard and torturous work, but also probably the most rewarding in terms of genuine clarity and increased happiness in life. The moon can help you look past the story and lies and see the truth. The moon's sigil can be used during conversation or interactions to aid in seeing if someone has been deceitful or lying. Mentally push the sigil into the person's head as they talk and see if they can trip up or give a tell. And see if they trip up or give in and tell the truth. The moon works extremely well when used in the night of the full moon, as one would expect. So lots going on there, but mostly it's just about things not being as they are, things that are hidden, lying, deceptions, illusions. But again, there is that thing of hope, that the light and the darkness as well, that it's not all bad. But with the caveat that hope can set you up for a fall, and hope can be certainly a bad thing if you don't get your desires, and you can go, well, I spent so long hoping and this was the thing to get me through, and it turned out not to be true, and you're setting yourself up for a fall. But the moon from the 47th, worth checking out. So if you want to find out more about the 47s, you can go to the47s.com, and there you will find all the information you will need to start working with the 47s. You'll also find links to where you can buy the grimoire and where you can buy the deck, and all the information that you could possibly ever want on the 47s will be there.